I'm out on my post-lunch peramble, and looks like the tide's coming in here. The service pit is almost to the top. Amazing. But yeah, there's steel work starting to join the forms up there. So there's a ring beam along the top at the back, and then these others will be joined in. Okay, yeah, so there's a lower beam across this support here, and then there's a bigger one that goes up higher, linking the fat columns. So yeah, it's all going to be a bit of a weaving episode, or weaving exercise to weave the bits of steel together correctly. But they seem to be an experienced crew, they'll manage. It's one long reinforcement beam cage from side to side the front, so 14 metres long. So some more of these will become 14 metres long as well. They're currently at about 12 metres, I suspect, due to the length of the reinforcement. But yeah, lots of steel going into the sky. Yeah, well, it's end of day circuit, but I won't be out here long because it's raining again. Behind me you can hear my genset running because we're only at 70% charge, which is probably not going to be enough to get through the night unless I top it up. And they're working on tiling at the back of Lisa's again. I'll get out of the rain and go around there. I'll go around this way. So as we're arranging for a bit of plumbing there, there's a pipe that goes through that wall there and then down and underneath the tiles, and we'll eventually go across to the tank stand. So we'll be able to use water from that tank in the kitchen or bathroom or whatever. Well, the rain's back, but not as heavy as it was at 5 o'clock this morning. But yeah, as I said, a foggy place is back home. Yeah, well, it's rained all night long. See to what extent from the wheelbarrow there. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Back home's a soggy old place. So it's heavy enough that the crew have got off the work site and are under shelter. That's okay. Yes, we have lots of rain here. It's after lunch, so I thought I'd come and have a look at the Bakung River. And looks much the same that way. But that way it's rained pretty well. And it must rain well because if I'd come out here first thing this morning, that had to have been full like the previous time. But as you can see, the gravel pile is greatly reduced. Let's go and have a look around the back. They're preparing the reinforcement for the roof of the fence. Meanwhile, someone's using a hammer drill to chip the dried concrete off the mixer. That's brave, Daddy. Is it my imagination, or is there more water in that wheelbarrow? Well, it's next morning. We got home a bit late last night, so we didn't get a chance to go out and check on status. But yeah, it's been raining all night again. So yeah, it's pretty damn wet. Let's go and have a look. So the steel work has been constructed. The sloping beams from the front wall down to the front of the porch. Doing the steel work for the roof of the tanks as well. I think looking at this forest of scaffolding, there's no easy way for me to go inside at this point without getting in the way of these guys. So I just might stick to the outside. I thought I was going to approach the east end of the building from this east side here, but looking at that, I'm thinking, nah, I don't really want to watch all those puddles. I wonder if I can get a bit closer though. You can see what I said the other day about using lots of timber during construction. The end result won't have any timber in it, but the construction phase uses a lot. This afternoon I thought I'd come out for a wander, and I see the service pit is absolutely full. I'm not sure if a pump would do any good or not. I don't know whether it's coming in from the ground or coming in from the top. But still working going up. Lots of steel work, lots of form work, bit of rendering. Looking good. Okay, so while some are working on steel work up top, there's also rendering going on the south wall and the east wall. It's a busy work site. Well, there's hardly a surprise. It rained overnight again, and looks like more rain's coming. I hear you shouting, kid. Hello. What again? So the formwork's going up on those steel slanting beams. He planes the boards to make them nice and smooth for formwork, and that's been going on a lot. Looks like tile work's progressing well over in Lizu's back patio. And here comes the rain again. Surprise, surprise. In a few days, monsoon season starts. Any break in the rain is probably a pause that I shouldn't pass up to take some video. But yeah, so what I'm seeing here, there's going to be a concrete trough along the front, sort of cast to act as a rain gutter to convey the rain to the west end. Yeah, it's all very interesting to me, anyway. Lots of steel work going on there still. That must be for the beams in the back section. Looks like they've got much of the front section done. And from what I can see here at ground level, much of the roof metal work for the tanks done. So let's see if I can get a better look at that. Actually, now I think about it, they haven't done the roof for the tanks because that's what a lot of this mesh is for. Rendering of the south wall continues, and the metal work from the top of the south wall to the back section here. I wonder how they picked that angle. Doesn't look like it'll be long to the rice harvest, so I might lose some of these workers. There seems to be less steel cages here than I was, so some of them must be up in the sky now. But production continues in shorter bits by the look of it. I'm reminded once again that the OH&S rules don't seem to apply here. Okay, so I'll move it along until I can thread it through the end, the left-hand end. Once I can thread that through the right place. It doesn't seem right. Yeah, well, they might be at that a while. I might just leave them to it. Now we're doing a sensible thing. We're getting a third person up there to help. Yeah, well, while they sort that out, see up here the profile of this front here, where there's going to be the higher lip along the front edge, which will be the outer side of the concrete drain along the front, going to the water tanks. Well, they're making progress. Commented previously about weaving the steel together, which is what's going on. A lot of steel weaving going on. Well, as you can see, this is a time-consuming process for them. I wonder if I can get inside from here. Kind of looks like the recipe's lots of steel, lots of formwork, and then lots of concrete at one time later on. We shall see. This is just render he's mixing there by hand at the moment. When it comes to doing the overhead concrete beams, I'm sure they'll fire up the compact truck loader and that concrete mixer. And they're rendering the inside too now. So there's several processes going on at once. There's multiple people doing rendering, multiple people doing steel work, and multiple people doing wooden formwork. And a few minutes later it's bucketing down again. Well, it's a new day, and again it's rained most of the night. It hasn't really stopped yet, and from the forecast it's not going to stop for next week. There's going to be lots and lots of thunderstorms, so wet is here to stay. But the carpentry shop is busily producing these forms for concrete beams, and the team is busily constructing reinforcement cages in situ. Get closer without getting wet. Dad my steps on as one of the bosses. It's good to see that he is a team leader by example. That's the right kind of leadership as far as I'm concerned. Don't ask your team to do anything you wouldn't do yourself. Well, as can be seen from the rain spots in the puddles, it might be time for me to go home. Well, these guys will continue until it gets much heavier. Tomorrow, rain. Next day, right to 9th of January, still rain. 10th of January rain, so Wednesday 11th of January might be the first day with a break from the rain. Yeah. And then if the forecast has any validity, we're back into thunderstorms again. Don't think I'm going to have dry feet for a while if I go outside. Yeah, so I might just see if I can blend. Happy New Year, folks, if I don't get run up later before then.